Hatano died last year. Since then, I've been chasing that rush, that thrill that comes with snuffing out a soul. It wasn't hard to grow the popularity of Corpse Girl's website after that incident. Particularly, dark corners of the internet gobbled up the news with enthusiasm. The site saw an influx of new visitors. And on a few occasions, I've even overheard people in the real world whispering about the mysterious website that lets you request a death. I've crafted corpse photos for dozens of requests. Each photo is more convincing and realistic than the last, thanks to my ever-evolving skills. But none of my recent attempts have been successful. What? Not a single person has dropped dead since Ruri Hatano. I'm beginning to wonder if Corpse Girl's power has fizzled out. Alright, so last time she was just saying how she has the power to do this and that. You know, she was getting super excited at a request. So she's making it seem like she had the power. So now all of a sudden she doesn't? It's not working? That's like a random switch really quickly. I don't get that. So does she not know that the character we played is dead? I'm so confused right now. We'll find out. Or perhaps I never had any power to begin with. Maybe Ruri's death was simply a fluke, a morbid coincidence. I spent countless hours doubting myself, doubting Corpse Girl. I've tried so hard to replicate that one success. So now she's only done it one time in a year. But she was talking like she had that power, right? What the fuck is going on? Every time I receive a request, I do the same thing as I did in Ruri Hatano's case. I edit the photo of the victim. I create a convincing corpse photo and I timestamp it with the time of death. I send the photo to the victim and then I leave the rest up to fate. But nothing ever comes of it. I'm not so delusional to think that in normal circumstances, a single photo would be enough to convince someone to kill themselves. And even if that photo fell into someone else's hands, it wouldn't inspire them to go out and kill the victim. Of course not. However, these are no ordinary circumstances. I once activated a power beyond the kin of mortal men. I caused Ruri Hatano to die by her own hand or by the hand of another. I need to find a way to manifest my power once more, to prove that I, Corpse Girl, have the power of death and destruction at my fingertips. Once a new victim perishes, I know it will pave the way to more and more deaths. My website will gain popularity and become more than just an urban myth. People will live their lives in fear, forever wondering if Corpse Girl is lurking behind the next text message they receive. Unless this is before, you know, this is a memory or something. I don't know. Yes, I can see the future I crave so clearly in my mind. I'm close to achieving my goal. I know I am. And when my dream comes true, I can finally Tuesday. The incessant chirping of birds gently kindles the embers of my consciousness. My heavy eyelids open to find my body contorted before me, legs splayed across the couch in the most uncomfortable position I can imagine. I groan and twist my torso, letting my spine pop and crack until the aches in my body drift away. I need to stop falling asleep on the couch. I'm still young, but I can't handle a night away from my comfortable bed. My eyes fall upon my laptop, lying on its side, lying on the side of the floor. The screen is blank, the battery drained. I briefly panic, hoping against hope that I saved my work before falling asleep. I stumble to my feet and pick up the laptop, then charge toward the power outlet. I plug in and boot up, revitalizing the mechanical beast, and feeling a wave of relief as the whirring of the internal fans signify the breath of life. The screen flickers and bathes my eyes in a harsh light. My eyes squint against my will and make out the image before me. The mutilated corpse of my latest victim. So it did work. Was that a flashback? Perfection. No, she's talking about the one she just got. Perfection in picture form. The timestamp in the lower corner reads May 27th, 1107. Tomorrow's date. The photo is ready to be sent out. If I send it now, the victim will receive it immediately. Notice the date and realize her death is imminent. See, now she's saying her death is imminent, right? It's time to set the wheels of demise in motion. Leaving my laptop at the outlet, I quickly dart into the kitchen. Well, to call it a kitchen is misleading. It's simply a tiled area connected to my living space with a small refrigerator, microwave oven, and single hot plate. A small stack of drawers is nestled next to the fridge, and I pull open the second drawer from the top. Plunging my hand inside is always an odd sensation. My fingers get buried underneath a dozen cheap plastic flip phones. I grasp one of the phones between my thumb and forefinger and remove it from the drawer. It's a scratched up pink model from 2010 or so, a relic from a time not all that long ago. But that may as well be forgotten. I flip the screen up and turn the device on, relieved to see this artifact still holds power. To be fair, I charged up all these phones just a few weeks ago, but the fact they retain a charge after being inactive for so long is a testament to their engineering. Yeah, they don't make phones like that anymore. They die in a heartbeat. In any shade of work, in any shady line of work, these kinds of phones are referred to as burners, cheap disposable devices that are discarded as soon as their purpose is fulfilled. Oh, so she sends the photos from a burner phone. I guess that makes sense. I acquired them by rather unsavory means. But that's neither here nor there. I use these phones to send out the photos I make. Oh, this is well thought out. She even thought to do this. By doing this, I avoid using my personal phone number and thus prevent anything from being traced back to me. When a photo has been sent, I keep the burner phone for 24 hours, just in case the victim sends a reply. I know I'd get a good laugh out of that. So she just keeps it in case they reply out of fear or something, so she can laugh at it. Or anger. Of course, I don't keep the phone on my person. I store it in an old shed out the back of my apartment building. When 24 hours have passed, I remove the phone's SIM card, snap it in half, and discard it with the combustible trash. The phone itself gets smashed and trashed in the dumpsters outside a convenience store. I also delete the photos off my hard drive and clear my internet history. Obviously, I don't even use my own internet connection at home. I leech off my gullible neighbor's Wi-Fi. That's crazy, the precautions she's going through. This just shows like her clear intent of committing this crime. These murders. He's under the impression I can't afford my own internet connection. Whether or not I convinced him of such is irrelevant, so he's happy to share his connection with me. Should the police ever try to track my actions, they'll only be led straight to my neighbor. I've gone through great lengths to ensure my actions are untraceable. This has all been in anticipation of my inevitable success. Looking down at the pink phone in my hand, I clear my mind and focus on the task before me. The phone is transferred easily from my laptop. The photo is transferred easily from my laptop to the burner phone. Once complete, I open the text messaging app and send the victim's phone number. The photo is transferred easily from my laptop to the burner phone. Once complete, I open the text messaging app and enter the victim's phone number. I leave the message field blank, but I attach the photo, of course. The victim will receive an empty text message from an unknown number with only an image attached. The message is just about ready to send, but there's one more flourish I'd like to add. I open a particular app I previously downloaded to every burner phone. It's simply called Number Mask, and it's one of the most ingenious apps I've ever used. The app asks for the number I want to use. I punch in my memorized trademark. I see, this is why that number appeared. Now when I send a text message, the receiver will see these numbers appear on the caller ID. Not only does it mask the burner's real phone number, but it's an extra calling card to help boost my infamy. I smirk, my thumb hovering over the send message button. This is it. This is going to be my long-awaited victory. The second victim to end up dead. I just know it. The second victim. Okay, so it hasn't worked since that one time. But she's saying she has the power to do this. So she believes she does. But we know something clearly happened as the first girl we were playing. So it's a bit of a mystery right now. This is the stepping stone to my success. The second of many bodies that will pave the way to my glory. I send the message. I arrive at work on time, just as usual. My handbag is heavy with the weight of several cans of coffee, hopefully enough to help me power through the day after having such a late night. I can't help but yawn loudly as I wait for the elevator in the lobby. Just before the elevator doors open, my phone starts to ring. I step aside and answer the call.
Hey. Hi, Noriko. Good morning. Did I call at a bad time?
It's her. They know each other.
Not at all. I'm just about to go into the office. Oh, should I call back later? It's no problem. Don't stress. Okay, sorry.
The nervous, apologetic girl on the other end of the call is Aoi, Sato, an old school friend from back in the day. Though we never really had any common interests, we used to be inseparable at school. She was shy, I was introverted. It was a combination that worked in our favor, even if our conversations were a little on the boring side. To say that we're no longer shy and introverted wouldn't be entirely true. Aoi has gotten better. She's definitely more outgoing, but she still suffers from a great deal of social anxiety. As for me, I'm still pretty introverted. My tolerance for being around other people has improved a bit, but I do prefer solitude and visiting places I've never been to before it puts me on edge. And visiting places I've never been to before puts me on edge. To call Aoi my best friend would be accurate. She's my closest confidant. Even so, she knows nothing about my part-time masquerading as Corpse Girl. No one does, and I plan to keep it that way.
So, Aoi, what did you want to talk about? Oh, well, you see, that guy at work is still bothering me, and I wanted to see if you had any more advice for me. Ah, jeez. The older guy that always hits on you. Yeah. What a creep. You're 19, for God's sake. He must be, what, 50? I think he's 52. You know his actual age? Well, whatever. If he's still bothering you, you have to take a stand. He's not your coworker, right? Just a regular customer? That's right. Then tell your manager. Have him banned from the venue. I can't talk to the manager. I don't want to cause trouble for the company.
Jeez, girl. Sometimes you need to stand on your own 2 feet.
I know.
Well, if talking to the manager is out of the question, then you need to be firm with the creep. Tell him you won't stand for being groped anymore. His behavior is simply unacceptable, and if he won't change, you won't serve him anymore.
What the heck? I thought he was just hitting on her. He's like physically touching her.
He's scary, Noriko. I don't know if I can confront him like that. He's always drunk. Even before he comes into the place. I try not to serve him too much, but...
Are you sure you can't quit that stupid job? Working at a maid cafe really doesn't suit you at all. I thought you wanted a government position.
I do. I want to work in a cozy office, kind of like you, but you know I don't have any qualifications.
Why don't I see if there's anything open here? Maybe Shinya can help out. He got me this job, remember?
Shinya, maybe. He was always a nice guy, right?
He's super nice. Stick in the mud, but a nice one.
Noriko, don't be mean.
Yeah. You want me to ask?
Yes, please. If it's no trouble.
It's no trouble. I'll talk to Shinya. Then maybe you can quit that crappy job and come work with me.
Oh, that really does sound wonderful. Thank you, Noriko. I'd be so lost without you.
Don't be silly. You're amazing, Aoi. Leave this to me.
Thank you.
In the call, and heave a heavy sigh. Having to go and ask Shinya about a job actually is a pain in the ass. But I never admit that to Aoi. I want to help the poor girl. I really do. I do nearly anything for her. The elevator arrives at the lobby, and I step inside as soon as the doors open.
Good morning, Kurosawa.
Fujikawa. Good morning.
Shinya takes me by surprise as I exit the elevator. Has he been waiting for me?
I wanted to catch you before we sit down to work. I sent you another friend request. Can you make sure you got it this time?
Oh my gosh, this guy. The heck?
Oh, yeah, okay.
What am I supposed to do when he puts me on the spot like this? I try not to groan as I get my phone out and open up Noise. It's impossible to hide my screen from Shinya's piercing gaze.
Well, what do you know? I have a new friend request.
Oh, great. It worked this time. Go ahead and accept it, please.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, sure thing.
I hesitantly accept the request. Little fireworks animations pop up on the screen with a celebratory message about making a new friend.
Yay! Looks like we're officially friends now. So, can I call you Noriko from now on?
Bro, slow down, alright? I never much cared for formalities. I try to adhere to them in the workplace, but honestly, I don't care if people refer to me by my first or last name, regardless of whether they're friends or not.
That's fine. You can call me Noriko.
Shinya's eyes light up. That seems to have made the boy happy.
Thank you! Oh, you can call me Shinya, of course.
Shinya. Hey, we've known each other since junior high, right? Shouldn't we have been on a first-name basis anyway?
Yes, that's true, but we're in the office now, you know? It wouldn't do if you started working here and called me Shinya right away.
I suppose.
Anyway, I'm really glad we're proper friends now, Noriko. Maybe we can get a coffee sometime.
I've always liked and thought the aspect of first and last name calling was interesting in Japan. That's a really interesting dynamic. I guess calling someone by their first name means you're pretty close to them. You guys are pretty close. Because they almost seem embarrassed about it sometimes. It's just an interesting thing. I can't help but feel he's trying to push his luck as far as it will go. Any suspicions I had about him having a crush on me are now confirmed. I brush a stray lock of hair out of my face and smile as sweetly as I can while I change the subject.
Hey, actually, I wanted to ask you something. Are there any more temp jobs available here right now?
Temp jobs, huh? Are you looking to pick up extra hours?
No, not exactly. I'm asking for a friend who needs a new job.
A friend of Noriko's? Well, let's see. We pretty much always have data entry roles up for grabs. Unless your friend wants something more interesting? Do they have any particular qualifications?
Not really. Data entry is more than fine. Actually, you already know who I'm talking about. Remember Aoi Sato?
Aoi Sato. Yes, I think I do remember her. That really shy girl from our school days, correct?
That's her, yeah.
Wow. I never knew you were still in touch with school friends, Noriko.
Aoi's probably the only one. We're fairly close.
Is that so? As for me, I don't really have any friends from back then.
Shinya's heartbreaking confession doesn't surprise me too much. He doesn't strike me as the type of person to have many friends at all. I'm sure I'm the same, but...
Oh, but what am I saying? We're friends now. So I guess I do keep in touch with school friends.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, I'll ask my superior if we can get Sato an interview. Is that okay?
I'd really appreciate that. Thank you, Shinya.
No problem. Leave it to me.
He gives me an awkward salute before skipping away. Our little exchange has obviously made him pretty happy. For some reason, something that Tomoe Watanabe said yesterday pops into my head. She mentioned that I'm leading Shinya on. But that's not true, is it? I shake the thought out of my head. I'm just being nice to him. That's not wrong, is it? I think it's fine. Like, he's the one that's reading too much into it. I take a seat at my desk and perform my morning ritual. From my handbag, I retrieve my headphones, coffee, and breath mints. Computer on, music playing, coffee open. My fingers tap rhythmically against the keyboard, and I slip into the usual workday trance.
So, I see that you're connected with Shinya on Noise now, huh?
Look at her keeping up with us. Nosy. Walk to the train station. My walk to the train station is interrupted by a familiar grating voice.
Sounds like both of you are getting on pretty well.
How did you...
Oh, of course. Tomoe and I are already friends on Noise. She would have seen the notification when I accepted Shinya's request. It's actually kind of strange that Tomoe and I are connected through the app. We added each other on my first day of work before I learned how much of an intolerable excuse for a human being she is. We simply never deleted each other. Even after all these months, her posts are entertaining anyway. And since I rarely ever post anything myself, she probably forgot we were connected at all until today.
Now look, don't get me wrong, you hear? I ain't actually interested in Shinya. Nah, I'm real happy for you both, like. But what I can't stand is a skank like yourself getting some while I'm over here all dry like a desert.
Sounds like a you problem.
What the hell are you talking about?
It pisses me off that guys just sluts like you, and you barely have to put in any work. Meanwhile, nice girls like me gotta put in so much effort to even get noticed. You think all of this is just natural? I put so much effort into how I look, you know? And guys like Shinya don't even bat an eyebrow at me.
You mean bat an eyelid, right?
Whatever, it don't matter. I'm sick of skanks like you getting everything for nothing.
Look, let me be honest with you. I'm not interested in Shinya, and I'm not trying to be with him. I don't chase guys, and it's pretty rare that they chase me. You've got me all wrong.
Like I'd believe you. Do you spend your time chasing chicks then?
That's not your business. But you don't have to worry about me pursuing Shinya. Tell you what, any guy at the office is all yours, okay? I'm not interested.
Oh, is that how it's gonna be, slut?
Oh my gosh.
You think no one is good enough for you, but they're good enough for me?
No matter what we say to this girl, it doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter.
You're just like all the other girls. You think I'm worth being pitied? You think I need it? Well, I don't want your pity. You're nothing but a fake skank.
Tomoe pushes forward, her bulk forcing me off the sidewalk and into the thicket of trees bordering the path. The burning slap across my face comes out of nowhere. I'm blinded by white stars and my entire face feels like it's on fire. Holy crap. The strike is hard, sharp, vicious. It happens so suddenly that I'm having difficulty processing it. I stumble, but my legs don't quite give out. My mind races, trying to put together what just happened. Tomoe hit me. Why? Why did she hit me? There's a strange sort of disconnect in my mind. My body doesn't feel like my own. Like, this isn't actually happening to me, but rather I'm watching it happen to someone else. Time seems to slow down and speed up all at once. The slap replays twice in my mind before Tomoe's hand leaves my face. I catch a glimpse of her furious expression, red and strained and overcome with anger.
I hate you. I hate everyone like you. Don't pity me.
The second strike connects with my chin and I flinch. My entire body paralyzed with pain. She hit me again?
Stop!
I hate you. I hate you!
Tomoe has lost it. She's absolutely furious and I can't figure out what I did wrong. Her third attack is a curled fist aimed straight at my stomach. Through sheer luck or complete accident, I tumbled backwards, narrowly avoiding the punch and instead landing on my rear. The pavement is rough and hard, but I'm sure it feels a lot better than taking a fist in the gut. Tomoe screams and rushes at me as I scramble to my feet and grab her by the wrist. She flails wildly, her eyes looking like they'll pop out of her skull at any second. Her breathing is harsh and ragged, and tears of rage have caused a flood of clotted makeup to run down her face.
Calm down! Calm down!
She struggles against me, slowly giving in, as my tight grip prevents her from attacking me further. She begins to sob softly.
I hate you! I hate everything about you!
With a great pull, Tomoe frees herself from my grip. She steps away, cursing, then runs past me. I blink in disbelief as she breaks into a sprint, heading in the direction of the train station. I raise a hand to my tender face and touch it gently. The stinging sensation is completely new to me. I've never before have I been attacked like that.
What the hell was all that about? I can't believe she hit me.
The pack of frozen vegetables pressed against my face soothes my swollen jaw, but does very little to calm my nerves. I'm still on edge after what happened today. Tomoe actually physically attacked me, all because I said something. I'm not sure what provoked her to that anger. Maybe that girl is more complicated than I gave her credit for. Seems like she has her own inner demons, just like the rest of us. I've replayed the event in my head 100 times since returning home without confronting Tomoe about it. I don't think I'll ever figure out what incited her aggression. But I don't plan on talking to her about it anytime soon. I wouldn't say I'm scared of her, but I don't exactly want to encourage a repeat performance. The rest of the bag of frozen vegetables on the plate on the small coffee table next to me. I think I've done all I can do to reduce the painful swelling for now. Sighing and leaning back, I let the soft padding of the couch consume my body as I sink deeper. My eyes glaze over as I bring my phone to my face. My fingers lazily tap and scroll as I look through a carefully curated obituary news feeds. A list of deaths that have been reported throughout the day. Using a set of handy filters, I narrow the feed down to include only women's death. In the range of 30 to 50, I set the location to cover all of Japan. I immediately exclude any results that mention natural causes of death. I'm looking for specific cases, suicides, or as in more often reported, accidents. Of course, I'm looking to find out whether my latest victim has offered herself yet. Of course, I'm looking to find out whether my latest victim has offed herself yet. Should this search string return no results, then it's pretty easy to look up recent murders. They're few and far between. Between suicides, accidents, and murders, I've covered all the potential ways my victim could die. 9 out of 10 of the search results include a photograph of the deceased, not a photo of their corpse, mind you. This isn't the database of the deceased I'm looking through. Rather, it's the usual nice, flattering picture of the recently departed submitted by their kin to go along with their obituary. I used the photos submitted with obituaries to compare and match with the images of my victims. This is the only reliable way I have to discover whether or not my victims have perished. If I knew a victim's name, I could easily look up their current fate, but my website doesn't ask for that information. Call it respect for the victim's privacy, but there's a lot more to it than that. But that's a topic to dwell on another day. Tonight's search turns up no solid leads. I'm disappointed. But this result isn't entirely unexpected. After all, I set the date on my latest victim's photograph to tomorrow. There's still time for her to freak out and end it all. I decide to go to sleep early tonight. I'm not even feeling hungry enough to eat the cheap convenience store meal that's been sitting in my fridge since yesterday. Though if I go to sleep now, it will feel like tomorrow arrives sooner. Tomorrow. I'll have to see Tomoe at work. There's no way I can avoid her, since her desk is so close to mine. The idea doesn't sit well with me. On the other hand, my victim might conquer herself, which would definitely make me feel better. It could very well be my next success, and the suspense is just enough. And the suspense is just about enough to kill me. Tomorrow. My typing is hesitant and distracting this morning. My fingers falter, misstep, and tap backspace repetitively. This is no good. I can't focus on work while I'm staring at the top of Tomoe's head, popping up from behind a monitor every few desks away. Popping up from behind a monitor a few desks away. Even my work playlist isn't inspiring me to pulverize the keyboard today. Normally, a blast of pure volume and a shot of caffeine is enough to carry me through. Normally, a blast of pure volume and a shot of caffeine is enough to carry me to the greatest heights of productivity. I press a finger to my pursed lips, trying hard to regain my focus. I absent-mindedly noticed that I missed the edge of my top lip when applying lipstick this morning. Damn, I'm really out of sorts today. At least I managed to apply some extra blush to cover up the faint bruising on my face. I might have overdone it a little, but it's better than looking like I just stepped out of a boxing ring.
Good morning, Noriko. Boy, have I got some neat news for you.
I was so absorbed in my own thoughts that I barely registered Shinya standing in front of my desk.
Noriko? Excuse me? Noriko? Are you in there?
Huh?
My eyes fixate on Shinya's goofy smile. I quickly remove my headphones.
Fujikawa, Shinya, sorry. Hi.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Tired is all.
Oh, I hear you. I was up late last night. Boy, I must have been up past 10. Just could not put down this new crime thriller I've been reading.
Oh, yeah, right. I was up late reading too.
Your horror novels, right? Don't they leave you feeling a little scared before you go to sleep?
No, not really. It's all fiction, so it's pretty easy to distinguish from reality.
Is that so? Wow, that's not like my book at all. The crimes in this story are all based on real cases. My jaw hits the floor every time I turn the page.
Uh-huh, yeah.
You know, she seems like she doesn't really care for him, but they might actually have some things in common, which is a little, I don't know if she's realized that or not.
Anyway, let me tell you this. Your friend Sato can take a data entry opening starting from Monday. She doesn't even need to interview. That's how much the boss trusts me.
I'm genuinely impressed with Shinyan's ability to score Aoi a job. Say what you want about the guy, but the bigwigs obviously have faith in him.
Wow, Shinya. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Don't thank me yet. Sato is going to be worked to the bone. I hope she's prepared for it.
Trust me, anything will be better than her current job. Really, thank you, Shinya. You came through for us here.
Well, I'm just happy to help. Hey, Noriko, can I ask you something?
Sure, shoot.
Shoot? Oh, right. An expression. Sorry, I just remembered this case in the novel I'm reading, where a police officer shoots at a perp only to...
Hey, you, wanted to ask me something?
Right. Are you friends with Watanabe?
I blink a couple of times.
Tomoe?
You're on a first-name basis with her. Then you must be great friends.
I mean, I wouldn't say...
Listen, would you mind putting in a good word for me with her?
Wait, does he like her?
I'm kind of interested in taking her out sometime. But I could never ask her myself.
I'm stunned, gobsmacked, speechless. Shinya likes Tomoe? I thought he likes me. Is my intuition wrong? I wonder if the clues have been in front of me this whole time. What else haven't I been seeing?
Noriko? What do you say?
That's crazy. I didn't think he... Wow.
Shinya, look. Honestly, I'm not really friends with Tomoe. I don't think I can help you.
Oh, I see. That's a shame. I thought maybe you were close. Darn. I guess there's not much to be done, is there? Even after I helped you and Sato out and all.
What? What a little scumbag. Is he seriously trying to guilt me? I have to hand it to him. I didn't think he had it in him.
Well, I suppose you can just tell Sato to start work on Monday morning. Guess I'll see you around the office then.
Wow. Shinya leaves and I bury my face in my hands. Has this world gone mad all of a sudden? Shinya likes Tomoe, not me. It's not that I'm disappointed. Hell, I don't have feelings for the guy. But for him to be interested in someone vapid like her just blows my mind. To add insult to literal injury, Tomoe assaulted me yesterday. She has a vicious, violent side to her that Shinya doesn't know about. He could be in real danger if he pursues her. I'm completely unable to process what I should do. Shinya scored Aoi a job, and I'm truly thankful. Do I feel like I owe him one? Should I ask Tomoe out for him? Or warn him about her? I need to clear my head. I decide to step away from my desk and visit the restroom. I don't care what we do. Like, let them get together. That little jerk. Though I have no need to use the restroom, I enter a stall and lock the door behind me. Sitting on the toilet's closed lid, I lean back and exhale. I'm getting too caught up in office drama. That's what the issue is. It's unlike me. I'm supposed to be stoic, unflinching. It's my ideology, my entire identity. My emotions are better locked away than stitched on my sleeve. I'm corpse girl, for crying out loud. My purpose is bigger than all of this. I'm destined for greatness. The day will come when people fear my name, right? I shake the doubts from my mind and pack my cheeks. I'm doing all of this for the right reasons. I know I am. If I start doubting myself now, I'll never see my mission through. An unfamiliar jingle rings out through the restroom, echoing off the halls. It sounds like a phone alert. Or where did it come from? It takes me a few seconds to realize I have my own phone in my hands and it's vibrating incessantly. I must have grabbed it subconsciously from my desk when I stood up. The screen is lit up and the message reads, One new article matches your custom filter. Dead body, lol. Wait, what? The auto newsfeed I set up last night. It actually located something? I hurriedly unlocked my screen and opened a certain app. The same app I was trawling through last night, looking for obituaries. A little unread mail icon sits at the top of the screen, blinking and practically shouting for my attention. I hit the icon and read the information presented to me. Article posted online today, 2/11. Keywords found 3. Miss, accident, numerical data range 30 through 50. Image data found, yes. Wednesday, May 27. Miss Akane Tsurumaki, 36, of Chiba Prefecture, was pronounced dead this morning at her personal residence, 8:38 a.m. The chief coroner reports that Miss Tsurumaki was involved in an accident resulting in self-asphyxiation. Wow, what? Miss Tsurumaki is survived by her husband, Mr. Goro, and their daughter. The funeral service will be held on Friday, May 29. View image attachment. I hurriedly tap the button and gasp as the image loads. It's her. The photo. It's unmistakably the same woman. Plain features. Little makeup, no sign of a personality. Akane. The latest victim to receive a photo of her own corpse. My breath stops all of a sudden. I'm gasping for air, my cheeks on fire, my fingers numb. I did it. My meticulously crafted photo caused this woman to end her own life. Accident resulting in self-asphyxiation, meaning she died by suicide. strangled herself, or held her head down in the bath. The news never reports anything as a suicide. It's such a taboo topic in this culture. Everything is always an accident. All this time, I've been trying to compel somebody to kill themselves. My corpse photo constantly becoming more and more elaborate, more and more convincing and realistic. And now, somebody has died again because of me. Because of Corpse Girl. I was right all along. I do possess power. I have the power to end lives through my work, my art. I've known it all this time, and I've finally proven it. Ruri Hatano's death planted the seed of belief in my mind, the belief that Corpse Girl is more than a mortal being. And now Akane's demise has caused those seeds to bloom and blossom into pure certainty. Corpse Girl can truly end lives. It's a wonderful revelation. However, I can't get my fingers to scroll back up to reread the obituary. My hands aren't functioning. My legs dangle lifelessly from the toilet seat, and my coffee from this morning is working its way back up my throat. I feel the sting of tears in my eyes. Sweat trickles on my forehead, dripping down my uncharacteristically thick makeup. All of a sudden, I can't breathe. Lungs refuse to take in any more oxygen. I panic and fall forward, miraculously slamming my hands into the stall door to prevent my head from colliding with the floor. My nails scrape against the door's enamel paint, peeling chunks of green from the surface as I slide down, and down, until my head rests uncomfortably on the damp tiles. What the fuck? My eyes roll back. My tongue lolls out the side of my mouth, dangerously close to the tiled floor, but completely out of my sight and mind. I taste foundation and blush, a little bit of sweat, and nothing at all, as the still air envelops my taste buds. My photo killed that woman. That woman killed herself because of my photo. My photo killed that woman. That woman killed herself because of my photo. My woman killed that photo of herself because that photo of the woman who killed herself in that photo. My eyes begin to regain their focus when my stomach turns heavy, heaves and shakes, and warm coffee spills from my lips as I try to smile but only manage to gurgle. The gritty paint underneath my fingernails has a rough texture that I don't like very much. The gritty paint underneath my fingernails has a rough texture that I don't like very much. I feel queasy and ecstatic at the same time. It's a horribly wonderful feeling that I could do without. So much for stoic, unflinching Noriko. Remember stoic, unflinching Noriko? This is her, writhing on the bathroom floor, her lungs working once more, and her breath ragged and gasping, sucking in air like a mosquito sucks in blood. This is Noriko. Noriko with her grandiose fantasies of death and killing people, without having to kill them all. This is Noriko. Noriko with her grandiose fantasies of death and killing people, without having to kill them at all. Without having to leave her apartment because the outside world is scary. And there are people out there probably trying to kill her. This is Noriko. Me. The real me. Acting tough and fearless when I'm crying on the inside. Always sad. Always miserable. Always lying on the bathroom floor with my fist clenched and my phone resting in a puddle. And my life slowly spiraling out of control. This is me. I did this. I killed this woman. She had a husband and a daughter, and some random person requested that I kill her, so I did. She probably didn't do anything wrong. She looked boring. She must have just rubbed somebody the wrong way. Maybe she didn't even know what she did. Just like how I rubbed Tomoe the wrong way, and I don't know what I did, but Tomoe slapped me twice hard. And it hurt. It must have hurt that woman too, when she strangled herself and killed herself. I killed her. I directly killed her with my indirect actions. She's dead now, and I'm alive. Still here lying on the bathroom floor on the 14th story of Shinjuku's Temujin office building. And I have paint underneath my fingernails, and Aoi is going to start working here on Monday. But I did it. I killed her. Finally, after countless months of pretense and false starts of failures and disappointments, I killed somebody again. Corpse Girl strikes for the second time. And above all else, above this grime and muck on the floor, and the tingling feeling underneath my fingernails, above all of that, this feels good. This feels so good. Blood has returned to my legs. The pins and needles have faded and my toes quiver beneath my stockings and shoes. An electrical charge pulses down my thighs and dissipates through my feet. I manage to plant 2 hands firm on the tiles and push myself up onto my wobbly knees. I suck in air and breathe all of it back out almost at once. I feel dizzy, and bizarre warmth is welling up inside my stomach and chest. I manage to steady myself enough to sit back on the top of the toilet seat with my feet planted firmly on the ground and my hands resting on my lap. I try to regain my sense of self. I might have lost my composure a little bit upon reading the news. But who could blame me? Everything I worked for over the last year is finally starting to pay off. My second victim is dead. With this, Corpse Girl's popularity is sure to rise. More and more people will issue requests through my website. More and more people will receive corpse photos, and more people will. She killed herself. She killed herself. Oh, how I wish I could see the real body. If only I could see her mangled corpse drenched in sweat and finally at peace. I notice my phone is wedged between my wet fingers. I must have subconsciously scooped it up from the pool of muck on the floor. I try to ignore the sticky texture clinging to the screen. My fingers no longer numb. I scroll up and reread the obituary article. Miss Akane, 36, Chiba Prefecture, was pronounced dead this morning. Dead. Pronounced dead. My breath staggers once again. My jaw gently lowers. Involved in an accident. Hot steam clouds my face. Resulting in self-asphyxiation. I salivate unconsciously, a trickle of moisture creeping down my chin and dropping on my lap. My cheeks are flushed, my vision slightly blurred. She killed herself because of me. She killed. I let out a gasp as my hips rise against my will. My toes curl, my legs stiffen, my skin tingles. Leaning back against the cistern, the cold porcelain penetrating the thin fabric of my clothing and chilling my burning hot skin. My eyelids flutter as my mind hazes over. I can't control my body any longer. All the anticipation of the last few days, the tension building in my muscles. Can't. My legs tense up, my knees buckle, my neck tilts back. A whispered gasp slips softly between my lips. My phone falls to the ground once more as my fingers slowly uncurl. The dull think sound as it hits the floor is the last thing my foggy mind registers before I drift away.